Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. As you can see, we have moved into June 2. I'm just having a little look in the shop to see if anything good and or useful has come up in the shop. That is actually very nice. I know it's got 36 hours on it, but that is nice. The power on that means we could technically get a bigger header. That's for woodwork. That's for woodwork. We can't afford any of it, but you know, it was nice to look at. Now we're just going to have a little look around the farm. Now the reason being we're just going to have a little look around the farm is because I don't really think we need to be in June over long, to be honest. It's more a case of just making sure like the animals have got water, so they've got water for this month. Their productivity's gone up. They've got food. They don't need water. The chickens have yeah, we've got no eggs. Right, in the last episode, guys, we sold a lot of stuff to the shop. So just before I quickly go into the next month, I just want to make sure. Yeah, you see, we do have just over a pallet of eggs, and I do just want to put that full pallet of eggs over here. And the reason being is I keep forgetting to sell them because they're in a barn that I never bloody go in. So yeah, that's kind of that really. The only other thing I really need to do is I just need to basically move the wool. Just got to move this wool down onto here so that we can basically go into the next month. And there's no point being in June 2 for not really a lot of, you know, for no point really. So if we can just do that, I've made a right mess of moving this wool here. But yeah, we're going to go straight into July, into the harvesting of the canola, because there isn't much to do. It was a bit of a yesterday episode, but it wasn't such a bad thing when I realized I had a microphone issue, and I didn't realize I had that until after the editing. And yeah, I can only apologize for the absolutely terrible microphone. Now I just want to have a little look. Yep, that's all looking nice. That's all looking nice down there. That's all looking nice down there. So yeah, we haven't really got anything to do, so there's no point being in June 2. We were just going to sell some wool. Well, that's a good point actually. Can we just double check the production? The production's got 7,000 litres, so we can... The wool we've got there, the wool we'll get on July 1st, we can just basically deal with and sell that basically straight away. So we will just get straight on with the harvest, I think. Well, that was very, very interesting. I'm glad that rain has managed to go away. We have sold some excess animals. 26,000 in excess animals. We also sold excess chickens. That's... Oh, look what's come up in the shop for £27,000. This is the car that I've been working on, and not only that, I've been working on making it smaller, but this isn't the smaller version. This is like the big full size or the oversized version. Oh, you know what? I really want that, but I just can't justify it, to be honest. Look at this square baler. Look at this lovely... Are you taking the George Michael? That has now officially come up in the shop for £72,000. I paid £110,000 for our baler. Are you... That does 150 bales, guys. That would have been better. It does bigger bales. Jesus Christ. Why? Why does it always have to screw me? Right, let's go into the... I hate when it does that. Give me a second. There we go. Right. Canola is ready, guys. Are we ready to harvest some canola once again? Gonna be quite annoying to get around here. All our sugar beet is still in the way, guys. I just want to point out that we genuinely might have to look at another sugar beet production, and the reason being is we have all this sugar beet left, and sugar beet harvest is in a couple of months time, and we're still gonna have all this, so we might need to look at maybe getting the money for the bigger production, to be honest. I don't really know how else to do it. I do just want to get that into there. We will get a worker on the do you know what, actually? Screw it. Otherwise, we're only going to fly through the month with not, you know, with only this. This is the only thing we've got to do this month, shall I say. So we might as well actually harvest a lot of it ourselves, and then we can always get a worker on it at a later date. But as you can see, we are flying already. Good chunk of this, 500 litres in here. We've hardly even touched the field. We're going to make a lot of this canola field this year, straight into the production and start producing our canola oil instantly. That is the plan anyway. Now I am going to do this a little bit of a weird way, guys, because I'm going to go in a straight line here to do this headland. We can deal with this top bit later on. I don't want any really awkward turns on the headland, just in case I need to get the tractor and trail around. I think the easiest thing to do is just to do this, basically. That is going to look really nice. We will get into a little bit of a time lapse probably in a couple of minutes. I just like to do a bit of it in natural time. Always have done, always will do. Now guys, I have been putting some thought into the ending of this series, and I have decided that once my building work that I'm currently having done is complete, I think that's when we'll look at bringing this to an end. Also, we might look at, well, we will bring it. I don't want to bring a new series while there is possibility of interruptions. That's my thing, you see. So I am very, very, very tempted to just continue with just this one until this work is finished. They're in today. They're going to obviously be in for a few days next week, but they won't be in Monday due to we've got massive torrential downpours apparently on Monday, according to the weather report. So they are going to get delayed on I'm probably not sure Monday. But yeah, I think that's probably the good place to end. I don't want to end this series. We have a proper functioning farm. We don't even own any big tractors yet, but yeah, we've been in this a while now, and I just feel like maybe, you know, people are not really commenting on it anymore, and I just feel like maybe it has run its course. But I just don't see the point in bringing a new series that could be interrupted. At least if we have this one interrupted, it's not the end of the world. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. You know, we are quite an established. I don't want to be like doing a survival series style series and be like, oh, you know, and then miss bits here and there. And yeah, like I said, there's nothing I can do about the banging if any does come through on the video. Not here at the moment. I have been trying to get up earlier on a morning just to try and get the videos kind of a little bit more done before they show. Just to try and have as little interruption as possible, but you know, at the end of the day, I can't do nothing about interruption. But yeah, I am thinking maybe, guys, we do need to be looking at a second sugar mill production. Actually, I'm thinking maybe we need a full-size sugar production, like a proper full-size one. It might be worth looking. There is, right, guys, I just need to shoot over to the sheep. I didn't realize those were full. This is the problem with our wool, is it's just absolutely insane. Now I do need to be delivering some milk, maybe not the cow's milk, but I do need to at least deliver the goat's milk here. Otherwise we're going to have a second pallet. I can tell you now, guys, the builders have arrived. So yeah, I'm quite glad that this little notification came up beforehand. You know, before I got into a time lapse, I wouldn't have really wanted to have stopped doing that. If we just started with a time lapse, but yeah, that is quite good timing, to be honest. So I'll get up here, and I think what we'll do is we'll we'll get this little bit done here just to the left of us, and then I'll probably drop this into the silo, and then I think that's maybe where we could start with the time lapse really. Like I say, there's quite a bit to do today. All that wool can be sold. We definitely want to be looking at a new sugar production though, that is for sure. Maybe made a mistake coming this way. This straight line here is where this field is going to shrink basically. Yeah, we might get another year in this series. I'm actually thinking of turning this into our grass field. And our grass field down at the bottom, I am actually thinking of making it into the next crop field, the canola field. We've grown canola in this field every year, just because it's the only field that's ever been empty really. Don't know. This header might not get all this in one pass. It would be absolutely wonderful if it did, and it's not going to. It's going to leave me a tiny little bit. That is devastating. Yeah, if we even basically put this as grass, it won't matter if we drive over it all the time. I'm very tempted at the moment, guys. I'm just going to point out, I'm very tempted right now to change that baler, so that any future baling work, we won't have as many bales to move. It'll be quicker to bale the field. There we go. And what we're going to do, the reason I'm doing it this way, guys, is I'm going to just get this turned on straight away. So we've got canola oil there. We can get this activated. Boom. I know it won't be a lot, but it's still something. We might as well be producing canola oil while we harvest this field. We are here. We had to do a U-turn here anyway. My driving is getting worse. Right guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a little bit of a time lapse, and we'll see what we can get done in the next couple of minutes. Probably the best time to come out of a time lapse, due to the fact that yeah, we're at the end of the road and we'd have been facing the wrong way otherwise. Now I don't know if you might have noticed in that time lapse, guys, it was a little bit of a weird jump cut. I did have to just get interrupted. I suppose, to be honest, it was the best time to do it during the time lapse, because it was probably that quick. I'm hoping you don't notice, but I did just want to mention it in case of those, or someone did actually notice there was a little bit of a weird patch in that. Yeah, I did try and put it to as cleanly as possible in the editing. I can tell you that already because I will spend time doing that. Yeah, the builders just knocking on the door because they needed access to something else. I've told them just to come in, but either way, like I said, they're working outside. But yeah, they never just come in without knocking. So unfortunately, it did disturb me. That I definitely need to maybe set my alarm for like an hour sooner on a morning than what I currently already do. Can't get over how many pallets of wool we've got already. Look at this lot. What we've got: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's nearly 14 pallets of wool at what could be £2,000 a pallet at the moment. It's down to 1,500, but either way, that is still a lot of money. Like I say, the money is just rolling in now. Now I have just thought, you know what, we'll just give the harvester a break. We don't need it overheating, catching fire, whatever. I just want to go and drop this into the production because our production is mightily quick at producing the canola oil, and I would like to just make sure we've got more than like 1,000 litres in the tank, really, in it, so we can keep the production ticking over. Yeah, the noise is, I can hear it over my headset, guys, so I am sorry if it does come through on the microphone. I do have noise gates and stuff. I'm hoping that, you know, we can keep it to a minimum. Yeah, they're literally working outside right next to where I am, so there's not much I can do about it. But that's why, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, I don't want to bring a new series until this kind of work's been done, you see. Everyone's got to have some house maintenance done at some point in their life, and yeah, this is ours. Right, I tell you what, while we're here, just while we're here, I can never remember the sugar mill factory, guys. I know everyone's going to be screaming at me and be like, it was this, you checked it this time, and yeah, it was 240,000, wasn't it? It's not even, yeah, we've got 110 grand. To be honest, I'm still umming and ahhing about swapping the baler to make baling of straw, baling of anything and everything. I'm very tempted, but do you know what, I'm gonna do it. And we've just bought the McHale one, but do you know what, I don't even care. I genuinely, I don't care. We're gonna buy that. We're gonna drop this off here. Where's the Ford? There's the Ford. Oh yeah, the Ford's got the straw on it. I know we've only just bought that new machine, guys, but honest to God, I don't, we can get less bales instead of trying to increase the capacity on this. Yeah, we worked so hard to buy this, and then a better one came up the month after in the discount shop. Plus, to be fair, I was gonna have to buy bale wrap anyway and bale net, so it's kind of saved me a little bit of money. I kind of maybe wish I did clean it. You know what? 5 years in on this series, we do not own a jet wash. Just want to point that out. Just want to point that out. Now, like I said, I will get to another little bit of a time lapse in a minute, guys, as soon as we've done this. I just kind of wanted to do this on the recording, and everyone can see that, you know, we have, I think we've made an executive decision here, and we're going to benefit from this. Instead of having all those tiny little 125 bales, we will now have 150 bales. Now, it does mean our little front loader can't use them all at once. Can't move more than one, sorry. Because we were moving 2 at a time. But yeah, we've now just kind of gone to the stage where you can only move one, but the one you can move is bigger. And I think that is going to be the best way to do this. I just realised I've come here in the Ford and it's 19 miles an hour. Crazy. We should pretty much get our money back. Now, I know this one here on the left has technically got a lot of hours. It would wear quicker, but I don't think there'll be that much left in this series that it'll really matter too much, really. So if we do that, if we repair it, we repaint it, and then we sell it, we just got 90. We've actually made money today by selling our baler, and our baler wrapper was still very, very useful in the previous episodes when it came to baling up that field. So £97,000, and I'm sure we only paid like £76,000 for this, something daft like that. I do just want to do this, and we do need to make sure we change bale size is L150 bales. There we go. So that personally for me, I think is better for us. I don't know what the capacity of the power requirement is, but I do feel like maybe we will definitely have the power with the fence. But yeah, we need 100 and... I'm trying to do some math here. We need about £115,000 for the new sugar mill. We could sell our sugar mill production. We can add, you know, make a note of the production, you know, the amount of... yeah, I think in July we're going to try and get as close to that as we can. We'll be producing fabric, wool, canola oil. We will have sugar. We'll have stuff down at the dairy. I do think maybe in the next episode we might just be in a position to buy the new sugar mill. The problem we're going to have is finding somewhere for the sugar mill to be built. That is possibly going to be a big problem. Unless this wood production here can magically just run out of wood. Guys, we have run out of wood. I can't say, to be honest, I was expecting that. I thought we'd maybe have another couple of trees in. Right, so either that or we need to find some trees on our land. Find some, maybe get a couple more of them small trees from that end of the land, you know, on that new bit of land. I already know where the sugar mill's going. We bought that piece of land for productions. That's where the sugar mill is going. There you go. See, I've just remembered we bought that bit of land where that bit of grass is. That's where the sugar mill is going to go. So yeah, we just need to get it together, really. But I'm going to get the radio turned on again, guys, and try and get a little bit more of this done in the next couple of minutes. Right, that has just absolutely screwed me. I didn't even realise. I wouldn't mind, but the thing beeps at me at 80%. And I still didn't realise we just run over some of our crop. But I think that is pretty much where this episode is going to be left. We didn't really get time to finish all this. I've got no idea how long I've been recording because of the interruption. I don't know if this is going to be a long episode or a short episode, but the thing is, we will be in July 2 in the next episode, so we can still get this finished. We're probably just going to have to get a worker on it. That's probably going to be the only downside. Oh, we can come straight in with a time lapse and then we can bail, because we've got to get it bailed and everything. And although saying that, if we put our new grass field down there as the canola field, I don't suppose it really won't matter. But as you can see, we've got 2 harvester loads plus the headland load off this field already, so we've done well. There's not that much left to do, but I won't do it off recording or anything. What I might do though off recording, because we're going to be busy with us not finishing this harvest, I might just go sell that wool. You've seen me sell wool a million times on this series. It's kind of not fun to watch me just sell wool. Plus I'm going to probably really badly load it up. But it's probably not it's probably not a bad thing if I just quickly go and sell it. I basically want to sell it before the price gets any lower, because it can drop another couple of £100 a pallet, and it would just be nice to get rid of it while it's just worth a little bit more. Now in theory I could keep it for a few months, keep it till we are ready for the harvest, but the sooner we can get this sugar mill. You know what? Let's have a look on the calendar. Let's have a look. So wool, down at the bottom. Yeah, it can drop quite a lot more, and it's gonna be April before it starts. You know what I mean? We're better now than we are till February. So I think that is something that I will do. But guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It has been an absolute blast, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.